Oedicus had his chance to show his skills in the grand arena. If he could impress the daughter of the emperor, he knew he would one day rule the land. That's pretty fancy chariot work for a peasant. I see London, I see France, I see my golden underpants.
The word patrician is delivered from the Latin word patricius, which originates from the word pater, which is father. Patricians is the term that is originally referred to a group of ruling class families in ancient Rome. Patricians are powerful, rich, upper-class landowners. They would often have a house in the city and a villa in the country that was run by slaves. The people of Rome were first only separated into two ranks, the patricians.
There was a brave and noble knight, strikingly handsome, who lived in a grand castle that weary travelers from near and far would come and visit.
And plebeians.
Actually, he wasn't even a knight at all.
The plebeian order was composed of lower classes of freemen. There are many similarities and differences between patricians and plebeians. According to Boston University, patricians were wealthy. They were the only ones that could hold political, military, or religious offices and were a small part of the population. They held most of the power and control and could serve in the Senate. Both patricians and plebeians vote. Their class was determined by birth, and they could serve in the army. They paid taxes, and women had limited rights, and they were all protected by the Roman law, which was the 12 Tables. They all were citizens of Rome. Plebeians were middle or lower class and could not hold military, political, or religious offices. Most of the population was plebeian, and plebeians were artisans, shopkeepers, and peasants. They were elected officials called tribunes. Archaeological evidence suggests that even the wealthiest Romans did not have much furniture. Wealthy Romans ate on low couches and reclined positions. They are known to have large banquets which much food was consumed, and a reclining position would help them digest their food. Dinner might begin with shellfish, hard-boiled eggs, olives, and smoked fish, washed down with plenty of wine sweetened with honey. The meal went on to include several meats courses, all heavily spiced with herbs and smothered with sauces, and ended with cakes, pastries, fruits, and nuts. Slaves fed them until they throw up. Ancient Roman clothing was quite different from our clothing today. Romans did not wear sweatshirts too big for them or skinny jeans, but rather togas and tukinas. A tukina was a rectangle that was pinned around the shoulders and sewn at the edges to form a tubular shape. It was a basic garment for both men and women, worn under a toga. A toga was a cloth made of thick wool wrapped around your body. It was usually 6 meters in length. Romans also wore sandals called sandalias and shoes called calces. Patricians lived differently. The whole family, which includes children, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins, all lived in the same house and would have rooms for all of them. The house would be built in an open area and would be built of brick, sandstone, blocks with tiled roofs and growing plants around. Some homes of the wealthy had offices if needed, and maybe even a private bath. There were paintings, sculptures around. If they had were wealthy enough, they would have slaves doing all the cleaning and cooking. Many jobs that the wealthy patricians had were part of the government. Public works oversaw city maintenance, temple renovation, sewers, aqueducts, street cleaning, and bathhouses. Judges had to be 40 and judge to the best of their abilities. Senates, governmental official censor, formal council, maintained the census consul. Other jobs were writers, accountants, librarians, lawyers, merchants, artists, plumbers, and poets. Patricians had most of their everyday entertainment on those low couches that I mentioned earlier. Slow music and fast music were played at dinner. Dancing was also a big entertainer at dinner. I was totally not thinking that. I'm not stating this as a fact, but maybe they had stand-up comedy too. What did Batman say to Robin before Robin got in the car? Get in the car. That's so funny. No one thought that was funny?
That's not funny.
Just trying to make the patricians laugh. Are you clapping because it was a good video, or are you just clapping because it's over?